Greetings everyone, it's Cain here. Welcome to my video. So in this video I'm going to be talking about antinatalism. Now for those of you who don't know what it is, it's the belief that it is morally wrong for people to have children. Now I've been wanting to make this video for a while. I actually want to make a good video about it, but I just want to ramble about it all in all. Like I say, I like to making videos fun. I don't like to put too much expenditure of energy into them. So I'm just going to be rambling about it. So personally, I am not an antinatalist, but I do believe that people shouldn't have kids if you don't make a certain amount of money. I do believe the majority of human beings on this planet should not have kids whatsoever. Now, if you conquer the money game, you have a good foundation. You have a good source of capital. You have money to spend frivolously and live extravagant. Then have kids. Why not? When that kid grows up, it will have, hopefully, if you're a good parent, have a source of financial backing. So they could possibly inherit a business, being set up in a good spot in this fucked up ass man-made system we live in. Doing something that will get you at a good point in society. House, a car, have money for insurance, health insurance, have a lot of money on the back end, just in case, for emergency funds, being able to afford healthy, good food, yeah. But realistically, the majority of people have kids. Not having a good source of income, mostly low class or middle class, shouldn't have kids. That kid will grow up and become a product of the environment and eventually be on the path to hell. Of mental dysfunction, emotional dysfunction, just absolute dysfunction in this mess we live in. So I completely understand the antinatalist belief. But like I said, if you have a lot of money to just throw, overall you conquer the money game, and then having the kids shouldn't be a problem. Unless you're a piece of shit parent, then obviously. But if you're a good parent, you have a lot of understanding. You have a lot of compassion. You have a lot of patience. It takes a lot of patience to be a father, a parent. And have kids. That kid will grow up and bloom like a flower, grow into its full potential. But if you're broke and you just want to have a kid because you're secure and you could just suck the soul out of the man, his money, take all his money while he's making peanuts, just so your fat ass can sleep on bed all day and, have a little bit of security, but in the end you're a piece of shit and you're gonna fucking rot in hell. Whatever, people are gonna do what they're gonna do. There's people in Haiti, the poorest country on the Western Hemisphere, having a bunch of kids. Obviously it's not their fault. A lot of women get raped. I completely understand. But I believe that country has a bigger population than the Dominican Republic. Here in the United States, 8 out of 10 people are living in dysfunction, living like a hamster in a wheel, living check to check. They don't have this source of capital to where they could do anything with. The majority are employees. And I don't recommend having kids. Me personally, not in this lifetime, unfortunately. But if I had the abundance, if I conquered the money game, if I was brought up, with rich parents, whatever, then for sure I have a kid. Because I know that kid will be financially secure and I could give it the best life I possibly can. Because all in all, I just want my kid to be happy. Not to live in this stressful, dysfunctional, mental mess of disharmony. So that's pretty much my take on it, guys. The majority of people don't know what this is. And unfortunately, people just keep having kids, keep popping kids like, everything's okay. Which is a selfish behavior. The majority of people shouldn't have had a kid that they shouldn't have had. And it's quite sad because that kid, you could just tell, like the female is like being choked. She can't be who she really wants to be. And then when the kid fucking leaves the house at age 18, 20, whatever, then she could live her life. It's just a bunch of dysfunctional entrapment. And for the male, motherfucker probably has to live in his car or in a fucking tent because the female took all the money from him. He's probably living on food stamps, living with fucking 12 people in one bedroom apartment. It's just an absolute mess out here, guys. So no kids unless you have fat stacks. Just something to think about. This needs to be more aware. People need to take this into consideration. And people are. People aren't having as many kids as they used to here in the United States of America, which is a good thing. People shouldn't have kids. Fucking rent's $1,400 out here in Colorado. Hence, living in a car. You know what I'm saying? It's an absolute mess. No babies. This planet is overly populated. Way overpopulated than it should be. We need to actually delete. We need to cull. We need to what's a better word? We just need to stop having so many kids. In India, in China, like, I don't even think the one kid policy is still in effect in China. It's just people are just having too many kids. It's only a couple countries where people aren't breeding as much. Japan, I believe, United States, Europe, a lot of countries in Europe. But people just have this mental state of, they're in this fuck it mode. And they're like, fuck it, just have a kid. You only live once. Fuck it, I'm gonna smoke a pack of cigarettes. Fuck it, I'm gonna drink some alcohol, smoke weed all day, eat hot Cheetos, watch Netflix. Everyone's in this fuck it mode. Do not go down that dark path, guys. I'm telling you guys right now. Develop gratitude, have discipline, and swim through the bullshit. Oh man, it's a beautiful day here in Colorado. I could feel fall coming. It's a majestic, magical time currently. Brings happiness to me. I'm living the best life I possibly can. And I like to keep it like that. Yeah, I have ups and downs, but in the end, it's all about you. Enjoy your time on this physical world. Don't be selfish, be selfless. Embrace the Tao within. Live in harmony with it. And the forces of Earth and the beyond will support you. So yeah, what do you guys think about antinatalists or antinatalism? Like I said, I believe it, but I don't consider myself it, obviously. Hell, if I had abundance like no other, become the person I want to be, conquer the money game, I would probably have 3 or 4 kids. You know, but it is what it is. I'm not going to be selfish. I'm not going to put that kid in an absolute mess and dysfunction and on a path to hell. Hope you guys can understand. All right, everyone. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Respect those who comment the most. Thank you.